Good evening. You are listening to KPSQ Public Square Community Radio, 97.3 FM, Fayetteville, Arkansas. If you are tuning in from kpsq.org, well, welcome and thank you for listening. My name is Amanda Rey.
And I'm Ria Brown.
And you are listening to The Musician's Corner. Tonight we have with us the one and only Randall Shreve. Randall, welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, hot crowd.
Hold on, let's try that again.
Thank you. Thank you. No, please, sit.
No, please. Welcome to the tiniest corner we could possibly put ourselves in for this conversation. And I love this office. I love that KPSQ has brought us on and started a radio show so that we could talk.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Get to know each other again on a radio level. Now, Randall, you and I have known each other for what feels like forever, but yeah. I would say at least I gauge everything by how old my youngest son is. He's 15, so I would say at least 17 years.
Yeah,
that we've been circulating in the same corners. I am now introducing you to Ria.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ria.
Again.
And Ria has, yes. I say recently, and I'll remind our listeners every show how recent it is for Ria to move to our area. She's from California. She's planted herself in Northwest Arkansas over the last couple of years.
Yes, for 3 years.
The roots have taken
4 years. Yeah, at the end of 2022. Okay. But I used to come here during summers. My grandparents lived out here, and my grandma's still here. My grandpa's passed since. But so I've been coming here for summer times since I was about 12, and I'm 45 now.
Okay.
So a long time. Yeah. And my mom moved here to follow my grandma, and then, you know how that goes. I had to come be with my mama. But I was hugely into the music scene in San Diego. My husband's a musician. We were actually talking about how it takes a really special person to love a musician. And so we're going to talk about that for sure, because we were just talking about your wife and how you recently got married, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Congratulations.
January. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it's wonderful to meet you. I'm so glad to get to know your music. And first thing that came out of my notes when I was listening is you are such a vibe.
Oh, okay.
Like, good. You're just a vibe all around. Like,
I'm just going to text my daughters that right now.
I'm a vibe. She said I'm a vibe. Yeah. You are. Like, everything about you, your music, your look, like, you're just a vibe. And it feels like...
Now, for the listeners out there who aren't quite familiar with the term vibe, can you define that for me, Ria? What is a vibe?
Well, I mean,
it's a feeling.
I mean, I think all ages know what, good vibes are. That was a huge in the 60s.
See, for me, it's an emotion. It's a feeling you get when you meet somebody in person.
Even when you just look at somebody, like, okay, Ria, what are you going to dress like tonight? I'm going to dress like a Randall Shreve vibe.
We're going to get, a mission accomplished and understood right there. Yes. If you did text me that, I would absolutely know to go. And that's one fun thing about Randall is he's not afraid to really express himself all the way through costume.
It's so great.
I think that is one of the finer points of his art. Your art. Look, I'm speaking like you're not here, Randall. That is one of the finer points of your art when it comes to what we are used to around this area.
Yeah. And,
there's a spectrum of how people dress and show up on stage.
Right, yeah.
And, I've said it in the last show, everything's legal. Everybody's allowed to kind of express themselves however they want. But you kind of set a bar that I think I held myself to a little bit for sure. It was always make sure you're dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
Always make sure that, you're camera ready.
It's crossing your T's and dotting your I's.
Absolutely.
And, you can see the evolution of your vibe throughout the whole. I mean, I think I looked back to like 19 years ago videos that were being posted, and you can see that evolution of to how you became who you are right now. And even with the music, I loved the whole, sideshow vibe and all that. And I know that probably has so many layers as to where that came from too.
Sure.
Just from listening to the interview.
How long with the sideshow? How long was that altogether?
Sideshow was 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah, from the time. Is that right? Yeah. From the time
give or take.
We were started in New York and came down here, and kind of really formed what was the sideshow. So 6 years if you don't count the year that.
So tell the listeners what that was like. What all moving pieces of the show that you had?
So members wise, it was me on guitar and vocals, and Timothy Grace on piano, Danny Klein on guitar for the first half, Michael Tisdale on guitar for the second half, and the rhythm section was Jeff Baker and Zach Reeves.
Got to give a shout out to Tizzy. I played music with him as well.
Yeah, love playing music with Tizzy.
He's left us now. I moved to Louisiana, but I do know that he still tunes in and listens. So shout out to him and to all those other genius guys. And Tim has also moved on. And where in the world is Tim at now?
Timothy is I believe he's the head sound man at the Ryman Auditorium.
He was my boss at the Walton Arts Center. He was my AD there.
Yeah, I don't know what his official title is, but that's boss.
Big boss. Well deserved. Hardworking man and got an ear for miles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And work ethic for days.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So we that was the group. And
now that's just the core band. Mm-hmm. That's not including all the lights.
Oh yeah.
What all move you had? I remember the Big Top.
Yeah. I've still got that, I think, in my garage.
How big is that thing?
I think it's 30 feet in diameter.
Oh, so it's an actual tent thing that you had? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it's not.
This is not AI. If you go look at some of those pictures
not AI.
that you see, there's a big top that they would come and install. Mm-hmm. How long did it take to set some of those?
It took about an hour. It took maybe 2 hours. The guys hated it because it was somebody had to climb, usually Tisdale or Timothy, had to climb a ladder on top of a drum riser to get to the ceiling of George's stage. Oh, and then so we would lock in the center point, and then every one of the
little octopus arms.
Yeah, which was probably 20 to 30 of those would have to be attached somewhere, in the room. And
are you going to pack that with you on your next little tour that you're going on?
No, I'm not. It's not going to Europe. No, because I don't have Timothy or Tisdale to put it up. I'm not climbing that ladder.
Oh, so speaking of which, I did go ahead and bring it up a little early. You're headed overseas.
Yeah, I'm going to Europe. I'm going to Ireland and the UK. I'm doing Ireland, England, Wales, Scotland.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So actually, Casey, that's what he was looking up was a little bit of trivia, a few facts. How much have you looked into these new cities you're going to be going to? What was the call?
I've looked into a little bit of what not to say and what don't call Ireland the UK, stuff like that.
Are you going to be traveling at all with any other bands, or are you playing with other?
Me. No, I reached out to others and tried to set up some things with local bands, but no, it what worked out best was just me taking the night.
Nice. So, well, hey, I think you'll have plenty of material to play for them, and they're going to fall in love with you.
So is this a little bit of also, would you say maybe a honeymoon as well? You recently got married in January.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we took the kids. We took 4 of our kids on our honeymoon, immediately after we got married. So this will be the first trip that we've taken since we've been married. So
4 of your kids? Mm-hmm. So is it like a Brady Bunch situation?
It's a lot.
Oh, I know.
These are. Oh, how many does she have?
Love it.
1.
Okay, the rest of them.
Between us, we have 6.
So that's So
that's awesome.
So and you're not taking any of the children.
No, they're not going on this.
It's time for the adults. So I guess I've got. You're going to Cork.
Yeah, Cork is where it starts.
So I guess when you get there, the people of Cork jokingly call it the real capital of Ireland.
Okay.
They're aggressively proud being from Cork, and there's a running rivalry with Dublin. It's half joke, half completely serious. So brass knuckles if you're going to make any jokes on the microphone. Just be ready to throw down. I understand it.
I feel like when I mean, I'm trusting that all of these places are, so far I've been met with very, very, very kind attitudes and just kindness from everybody that I've booked with. But I assume if I'm going to Ireland, there's just always the chance,
Now, is there an Irish Airbnb? What is that situation? What is it like to book your hospitality and lodging there?
Well, so what I've found, what Sierra found, and what we've booked a lot of is these Easy Motels, Easy Hotel or something like that. They're very, very inexpensive, and I don't know why, but I'm going to find out.
In case you take a day to get captain's log.
Yeah, yeah. They seem like the way to go when over there.
Now, I wonder if there are any of those circumstances where it's going to be like a hostel, or you're staying with another family.
There is one hostel that we're staying in. I think in Manchester, England, and there might be two. But yeah, for the most part, what we're staying in the most are those Easy Motels. It just seems like it's small room.
Man, I hope you're going to take a journal with you. And just kind of write down all this stuff.
You're doing a whole documentary thing, aren't you?
Well, we're doing
like a
we're
with
documenting
a little,
it. Yeah.
You said something like that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're doing a zine. Zine. Yeah.
Like what?
A zine, like a little, for lack of a better word, because it's not going to be a book and it's not going to be a magazine. It's just it's going to be however many pages it is.
A photo zine.
That we're going to have, just the whole thing kind of documented, have our story of what this date was and what that, what we did here and stuff like that. So
that's brilliant.
And
it's
you guys
something,
are going to thank people too, right?
Yeah. Everybody who's like helped out with the, getting us over. That's a
brilliant way of bringing followers along with you, bringing supporters, fans, people who've loved you for years and years.
Yeah.
And that number has not, dwindled over your career. How long have you been playing music here in Fayetteville?
Since 2008.
2008.
I think that's right. Started traveling down and putting it in the loop.
But you're a lifer. You've been playing your whole life.
Oh, I've been playing my whole life, yes.
And you're going to continue playing. So on that note, let's take a quick little listen at one of Randall's songs.
I'm Randall Shreve, and this is Lost.
Feel like I'm lost without you. Drift in a world built for two, like all the good drugs do. I let you down, honey, I just can't breathe without you. I'm down on my knees about you, and I'm swimming in an ocean of pain that I caused. Don't let me drown. I've been lost and alone without you. I dream about you every night, and I need you by my side. I've been up all night thinking about how I'm gonna get out of this hole I'm sinking. I lost my North Star when I watched you just walk out the door. You were my winter, my summer, my fall, and my spring. I took you for granted, and I lost everything. I chose some resolve, if I could just pick myself up on this floor. I've been lost and alone without you. I dream about you every night, and I need you by my side. I built my home around you. Baby, give me one more chance. I know I can get it right. You don't need this, and I don't deserve it. Give me just another chance to show you all my love. 'Cause you're worth it. Yeah, we're worth it. I've been lost and alone without you. I dream about you every night, and I need you by my side. Honey, I built my whole world around you. Baby, give me one more chance. I know I can get it right. Baby, give me one more chance. I know I can get it right. Baby, give me one more chance.
All right, we are back. It is Sunday. This is Amanda Rey.
And Ria Brown.
And we have with us
Randall Shreve.
Randall, thank you for joining us again. I love listening to your music. And now you said that one was a new song.
Yeah. Yeah, Lost is a new song.
Brand new, first played here? No one's heard it?
Yeah, I've never played that acoustic. I've never played that solo. Well, I guess I've played it like with the looping stuff a little bit, but that's the first time I've ever played it stripped down like that. Yeah,
that's a phenomenal.
It's not out yet. It's coming out later this month.
Well, then you can only hear it here.
You can only hear it here.
You got to go search for it and really look for it. And I love that. I thank you so much for sharing that with us and giving that to us. What is that writing process look like for you when you've gotten a song started and it is time to share it with the band? Like I know you're going overseas alone, but you do spend a lot of time with your band and you've got your wood shop, if you will. What is that process like when it goes from your head to their hands?
Well, I like to, because I was a drummer for so long and spent so much time with nobody understanding me that I like to present a full idea, or at least as full as I can, to where nobody has to use their imagination too much. Because when I was a drummer, it felt like I would bring songs to the band at that time, and they would be just me and a guitar. I didn't play guitar well. It was like, just use your imaginations. This is so cool, but nobody could hear it. So that's what made me start recording and kind of producing, so that I could present an idea and that I could stand back and listen to it objectively and present it like to the band while we all listen to it. And then I would be able to tell more that, this is, at least I'm getting the idea across. If they don't like it now, then that's fine. But at least I'm presenting the proper idea. And so that's kind of how I started. Well, that's been from the beginning with my band. I always like to have a recording before, I don't like to sit down with a guitar and show them.
Do you use a metronome? I mean, as a drummer, you start with a metronome.
Yeah, I start with drums when I record and so that the song's playing in my head, and I'm just playing drums with a metronome, and then after that I'll lay down bass or guitar, and then can put anything on top of that, because then it starts sounding like
So you're basically just handing them the unwritten sheet music.
Yeah. if we were all jazz players, I'd be handing them paper, but we're not. So I'm handing them.
That's not something that everybody can do, man.
Yeah. I'm lucky.
You're very, very, you're skilled and you're talented and you honed it. A lot of people I know are talented. We know a lot of talented people, but what could they do if they put that of effort in it that you did with doing all that? It's brilliant.
Yeah, I put a lot of time in. That is, I guess it's not, I'm not just lucky, but I put a lot of time. I've always put a lot of time in.
Real jobs Randall Shreve has worked. Let's spitfire.
All right.
What's first job?
First job out of high school, I was a screen printer.
Okay, screen printer one.
I worked in a jeans factory.
Jeans?
Yeah, like cutting thread off of jeans, inspecting them, and then sending them on.
Mr. Jean Inspector. All right, number 3.
Okay. Actually, before that, my first job was pizza maker. I was then I delivered pizzas on my motorcycle, and then in a car, and then restaurant work has always been.
It's always there for all of us to fall back on.
Yeah.
Gotta appreciate the entertainment industry. I'm going to let Ria ask a few questions. I feel like I'm dominating and taking over.
No,
I told you that's what I did want to do.
Listen, when there's a conversation going, it's got to go. You know,
I just take for granted how well I know Randall. I'm like, everybody knows him and all these things about him, but we're starting to dig in. So go ahead.
But we want to know things that not everybody knows, right?
That's
true.
So, okay. So, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, so how about acting? Do you act? Because I feel like this is something you'd be very good at.
I love the idea and would love to do it, but it's not really like I did an off Broadway thing in New York because the director saw something that
probably a lot of directors would see. That's why I'm saying.
And I think he was wrong. Or at least he underestimated how much development I needed because I did the job. I memorized my lines, but it didn't. I've never had any sort of training.
You haven't cultivated it like you have your music and everything. I mean, and there's definitely a confidence and a level of like professionalism, like the proness that comes off of you. You can tell that you're a pro at this, you know? So that being said, I was watching the interview that you guys did for the...
for FPTV.
Yeah, for FPTV.
Fayetteville Public Television.
Yes. And you had mentioned how when you perform, it's an energy exchange and that you just love when there's that energy that comes from the audience. If you don't have that, it just doesn't feel as right and you feel more drained. Right? Because you're not getting that energy back. So with that being said, like, how do you prepare for, do you have rituals, pre-show rituals? And do you mingle before? Do you mingle after? Like, how is that? If somebody goes to one of your shows, you know, are you going to take the time to talk with them? Like, can you tell me all of those?
Okay. No, I definitely have. I have pre-show rituals that don't exclude mingling, but aren't super conducive to mingling. I like to be. I like to get in my head, figure out what's going on tonight, and I also like to do some pretty routine things like when I start drinking tea, when I start drinking water, you know, when I take my ibuprofen, even like it's like every night there is
why is that such a real thing?
It's just what works for you.
That's not to call us out on our age or anything, but there is a point in a musician's life where you have to start. Like you've been carrying around these guitar cases and all this stuff for years.
There's so there's the loading in and loading out, but there's also like ibuprofen's an anti-inflammatory.
How are your knees, Randall?
My knees are fine. It's my throat that I bust up every night. You know, it's more to make everything from last night relax.
Yeah.
You know, to make all the muscles and tissue around my around my voice relax from the night before. You know, that's...
Well, yeah, because your speaking voice is rather low. And then when you go to sing it, it's up there.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a strain? Is that just how it just falls out like that? I mean...
Yeah, it's coming from a place... It's coming from a place that's deep, you know. That's the only way I know to say it's not. I don't sing right here. I talk right here, and when I sing, it requires a lot of breath and you know, like it can become pretty aggressive for my throat and.
Have you ever heard of the straw technique?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Breathing through a straw. Yeah. For those of you out there who've not tried this, and I learned this from an opera singer. Yeah. And I was first starting to do those little, I call them just like the taco gigs down on Dixon at Jose's, you know, back in the day. And I was struggling. You're going 4 hours a night over the sound of those bikes. They're revving their pipes and stuff. And the chick told me once, she just said, breathe through a straw and remember your diaphragms. You know, it threw me all the way back to 8th grade. Yeah. And my choir teacher using that ruler to whack me on the back and make sure I was sitting on the edge of the chair and make sure my spine was straight and all. And so it did the muscle memory there, that training that you have to do to get ready for that type of live performance. When you're getting ready for Europe, have you scoped out the rooms in any of the places that you're playing? So what you know what to like be prepared for when you go in sound wise and all that?
Just really what I've done is I've set up my travel setup is ready for whatever I come into. And that's the way I work over here too. It's just I've had to condense a lot. So I've had to figure out a way that I'm going to basically run my own sound and have give them one line and plug it into their sound. And that's what I do here. Whether I'm using my own sound system or using somebody else's, should sound pretty much the same every night.
Because one-man band you. I wish I watched you one night at Park House. We drove over there just to have dinner, and I didn't even know you were there, and you were setting up. And I don't think I had seen you do that particular setup in person. Yeah. In forever. And so I sat and watched, just fascinated at all the little bits and pieces and all the stuff that comes out whenever you're doing that. And I think I compared you to Prince, man. I'm not even going to lie.
Well, that's a big compliment.
I mean it, because you have, and you were talking about it earlier, this way of hearing the whole orchestra in your head. And it's not just that you hear it. You're going to go play it all. Yeah. And you're going to go put all those notes and those pieces together. That being said, we're going to take another listen to Randall Shreve here on KPSQ Community Radio.
I'm Randall Shreve, and this is Last Cigarette.
I'm so tired and I just wanna say goodnight. And girl, it ain't vindictive, I just don't have strength to fight. This will be the last sad song I write. my last cigarette. This will be my last cigarette. This will be my last cigarette.
That's Last Cigarette. I wrote that shortly after I moved here to Fayetteville, and not my happiest time. And so it's, you know, kind of was walking through some of that stuff that I was experiencing and dealing with then, and I recorded it shortly thereafter, and I actually was thinking about, as I started playing it, that the 3 years ago today, I was playing that song when Sierra walked into my life. She walked into the room at Slane Tavern in Eureka Springs, and she and I locked eyes. We didn't speak that night, but we saw each other.
Wow. 3 years ago today?
A little love anniversary.
I didn't even know it was
that moment that your heart left your body and it started following her around.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, she is a sweetheart. Sierra,
that was 11 days later is when she came and introduced herself. And 12 days later.
So she went back to go see you?
Yeah.
So you were kind of like a regular at that?
No, she came and saw me at a different place. She came and saw me at another spot. And she...
So did you get butterflies when you saw her again?
Yeah. But I also thought there's no way in the world that she's interested in me.
It was just some wild coincidence that a gorgeous woman comes in and just locks eyes with you again.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought I was just lucky twice, you know. And then she, when I finished my set, I wouldn't have gone over to talk to her. Like I was not thinking like that. One of the guys that worked there came over and brought me a beer and said, "This is from the ladies." She was there with her friend. "This is from the ladies back at this table."
Classy move.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like, "He's mine."
That's some old Hollywood movie stuff.
I'm taking him right now. I love that.
I was really excited, but also was just like, there was only. I adore her friend, but there is only one at that table that I was like locking eyes with.
You were really hoping it was.
I was really hoping it was her.
And you nailed it. You landed her.
Yeah, I walked over to the table and thought, this is my opportunity. I'm at least gonna go thank them. This is the move. Went and said thank you and. Neither of them picked up their purses from the other chairs, and so I didn't sit down.
You didn't sit down. I'm saying you're waiting.
I just took it as they're being nice. That's just a drink. That's just a drink for the artist. And so I thanked them and I moved on. But I did go sit at the bar where there was a seat empty next to me, and she told her friend, "Go, get out of here," and she came and sat by me.
Oh my gosh!
And it was over after that.
We're gonna have to for one of your for one of your music videos, we need to recreate this.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
This moment,
would love to.
That would be fun. And not to tout myself, but I just took my final for directing class today in college.
Let's go.
So in college. So I am prepared to at least give you a spin on what I think. And we could pick one of your older songs that maybe you didn't even know that would be. Wouldn't that be a fun project?
What's your wife's name?
Sierra.
Okay. Yeah, so
would
Sierra has to be the leading lady.
She would do it, I think.
She'd play along.
She doesn't even like whenever I point her out from the stage.
She's a little bit of a photographer herself.
She is a photographer, yeah.
So we would have to have her involved. I would definitely need her eye, and we can get Casey over here, my boyfriend, involved as well, because we feel
like we have a staff.
We've got a team. We've got a crew.
Yeah, built in.
Producers over here, Abner's over here. Like, yep, I like this. I like everywhere this is going. This is going to be so much fun.
So now you have a muse. So you were going through a hard time playing a song that was from a hard time, and here she comes walking through, and then your music just even went to another level.
She said that she followed, how Eureka is all stairs. She said that she followed up a stairway. She could hear me, and she was just like, "What is this?" And she came in, and I was playing that song.
Oh my goodness!
Like the Pied Piper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a magical moment. I do have to acknowledge Eureka Springs for bringing and creating those magical moments.
Yeah.
And congratulations.
I'm sure she's your biggest fan.
Thank you.
That
We were
is the
talking
best
about
thing.
that at her house the other day because we were talking about how I'm like my husband's biggest fan. He's so talented, and I get so aggravated with him because I just want to like, for lack of better word, just like whore him out, like
just push him out there to the masses.
Listen to my husband, and he's like, he won't just, if it's in a setting like this or, on stage, yes, but he'll be like, I'm not a monkey. I'm not going to dance. He won't just go on cue. He won't do karaoke, anything like that. But I just think he's amazing, and
we've got to find him a band. Does he have a band that he's been working with or practicing with or playing?
He has a band, but they're just not here. Yeah, they're not here, and he's been kind of like taking like a hiatus ever since we moved here. It's been kind of like
time off.
Yeah, kind of. But he
Sometimes
still went on a little
that.
tour last year. He went and played in a few places with them, and so he's gonna get back into it, but. I want to talk about Randall. So we were talking about how basically like it takes a really special person to love a artist because it's like, it's like you become that thing that like helps them, I guess, feel powerful and feel loved and feel fulfilled. And that brings out the potential, I think. And so I guess See, I kind of lost my train there.
Well, I think it's
what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you go ahead.
I think it's the support. It's the feeling that somebody's got you. Somebody is in your corner, because that's the one thing that people don't really realize in full is there's not always support. There's some it comes in waves, and even then you start recognizing that this might not be here tomorrow. This might, this like little bursts of support and like people showing up or supporting in different ways or just believing in you. Somebody believing in you. That's not always happening, but having that in a partner.
I had a couple of nights where I would walk off stage and, you have a whole crowd full of people that you just entertained for hours. You've got this mask on. You've been celebrating. You've been playing. And then you almost hear like the stadium lights go out.
Yeah.
And then people scatter. They go home. They pick up their significant others or insignificant for the evening, whatever. And you're just kind of left standing there still loading stuff up. And then turn around and nobody's there. It's crickets. And you kind of go home alone. And that is part of being an artist. And I hate to say you got to have those times to have those beautiful moments, but it is in those times that we're able to kind of dig deep and craft some beautiful answers to that pain. And then when someone like Sierra walks into your life, that warmth that comes back in and that light that just fills the room is so much brighter, so much warmer. Yeah. And now that you're able to share not just the benefits of crafting all of that stuff through the mud, through the muck. Now you can go write a happy song. I want to hear Randall write some happy songs.
Did you write the contract after meeting her?
I wrote it before meeting her. Yeah, I wrote it before meeting her. But
you manifested that.
I believe that 100%. That's what I've told her.
You wrote it down and then you signed it, and it was like, it's here for you. That's amazing. The day it came out, she and I wrote down all the lyrics on a $1 bill, and then both signed it, and we put it up on the bar that the little dive bar that we would go to,
guys,
that had $1 bills everywhere.
Okay, all the men out there listening, you just got called out for your romantic game. So take notes. I don't know if you need to follow Randall for more stuff. He doesn't really give this kind of good stuff out on his social media, but you can follow Randall all over social media. You've got an Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram. It's the real Randall Shreve.
Because you got hacked a couple of years ago.
Because Randall Shreve got hacked.
Have you ever been able to recover that?
No, they do nothing. They do nothing.
I love that. That's the reason, though. He got hacked. No, this is the real one.
Yeah.
I'm the real one.
It was a thing.
It was terrible. I still haven't recovered the numbers from where it was.
Oh my God. Try sending a strongly worded email, not crafted by AI.
Yeah, they don't help at all.
They don't care.
I tried and tried.
So now you've got the real Randall Shreve on Instagram. Facebook is still there at Randall Shreve.
Yep. And
you have a music page.
YouTube is Randall Shreve. Yeah, RandallShreve.com.
Randall Shreve. And you've got many, many, many projects underneath your catalog, underneath the banner that is Randall. Many people that have contributed over the years to being a part of that. It's that huge. It's just, what's my word here? It's magic.
It feels like magic to me.
It is magic. You have made magic here in Fayetteville and in the surrounding area, and you are on your way to go make magic across the pond.
Yeah,
I'm so very excited.
I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to go over there. Like that's been a long time dream. It just didn't seem like it was ever possible, and this was finally just.
You made this happen yourself. This is independently funded.
Yeah.
This is for your followers and friends that have been donating and supporting to send you on the way. Your sales from your music, your merch that you've had over the years, YouTube streams, all the Facebook, all that stuff. This is manifested by you. This is not a label.
Yeah, no.
This is not there's not a station. There's not Progressive Insurance, backing you up. Which
nope.
Are you still taking donations?
Yeah. It's all still live at RandallShreve.com.
Okay, Randall Shreve.
Live at Randall.
Well, I mean, it's all just
it's just RandallShreve.com.
Yeah, RandallShreve.com.
RandallShreve.com.
That's right.
Wow.
And how weird is it that you're from Shreveport?
Yeah, it's very weird. I was telling my daughter was looking at her birth certificate today because I was taking her to do her driver's test, and she said, "Dad, you're from Louisiana?" And I was like, "Well, I was born in Louisiana." She's like, "How did I not know that?" I was like, "You knew that. I was born in Shreveport." She's like, "How weird is that?"
You just moved up here, took the name of the town that you were last living in.
It's just another coinky-dink in the life of Randall Shreve, another magical moment. Huh?
It turns out there's a bunch of us down there.
Yeah.
There's a Shreve Road here in Fayetteville?
No, I did not.
Oh my God. I'll have to, on my way to my mother-in-law's house, every time I pass it, it says, it's Shreve Lane, I think. I'll have to take a picture. Really? I'll stop. And I'm like, that's where Randall lives. And you don't live there at all.
I don't.
Nobody that I know lives there.
That would be great if I did. I lived on Concert Road in Orlando when I lived down there.
That's a great one. Yeah. That's a really great name. Well, I think it's time to hear one more song from you. If you don't mind, will you tell us a little bit about this third song?
Yeah, this one is Hollywood. I wrote this one on the set of Pirates of the Caribbean. I was an extra in that film.
You're kidding. No. Wait, hold on. Wait, can I go watch the movie, zoom in and find you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
Oh, my God. Do you have an IMDb page?
No, I have no lines, or it's like the only thing I ever did. I went through the line for the extra part. I went through the line just to have coffee with a friend who was trying to get the spot, and they sent me through, and they just took a picture of me because I didn't bring a headshot.
Qualifications: looks good in eyeliner.
Yeah. And they flew me to the Bahamas, and like they paid a little bit, and like paid for lodging and food and all of that, but I lost that friend.
Oh my God.
He didn't go.
Well, because they picked you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess, I'll see you on the next, flight to the Bahamas.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It was a pretty cool experience. So I was way out of my element, and have my guitar with me. So that's really how this song came about.
This was probably at a time before selfies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would have paid $1 million to see.
I don't think it took pictures.
$1 million to see a Randall selfie just on the beach. Treat yourself. That would be so good. All right, so we're going to listen to one more song from Randall Shreve. You are listening to KPSQ Public Square Community Radio. It's Amanda Rey
and Ria Brown.
This is the Musician's Corner, and we are here with Randall Shreve.
I'm Randall Shreve, and this song is called Hollywood.
It used to be that everyone who knew me knew I was a mess, but now it seems to be I'm even fooling me, and I deserve to take a bow. I'm on the inside looking at the outside, can't believe they think it's true. But I've convinced them and somehow made them think that I am not in love with you. But Hollywood, watch out, here comes your new star. I can sell you anything and you'll believe it's true. I can sell the devil, make believe an angel. Listen to my theme song, I'll play it for you. It goes, ooh, la, la, da, 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 ooh, la, la, da, 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 ooh, la, la, da, 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 ooh. I've never been a man to run the cards. My face will always sell me out. I can't bluff, I can't con, I don't know what it's all about. Hollywood, watch out, here comes your new star. I can sell you anything and you'll believe it's true. I can sell a heartache, a comedy, a prison break. Listen to my theme song, I'll play it for you. It goes, ooh, love, la da 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 da, ooh, love, la da 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 da, ooh, love, la da 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 da, ooh. And if I can convince the world that I'm not in love with you, then I can make them believe anything that I say is true. I said I can't act, but that was not true. I was even acting then. Does no one see me? Can no one hear? Does no one understand? Pretend. I'll go to Hollywood and use my talent. I could be the best there ever was. I won an Oscar, I think I've earned it. Hollywood owes me, no one controls me. I am a freelance lion love. So I sing, ooh, love. I sing, ooh, love, la da da da, ooh, love, la da 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 da, ooh, love, la da 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 da, ooh, ooh,
I'm probably a little bit out of my element. I'm inviting a 6-piece band with horns.
Ooh, nice.
Into this room.
Yeah.
We can just
That'd
fill
be
it.
great.
Call me ambitious, but I would like to introduce Ria and, well, the rest of Northwest Arkansas, if they haven't yet met, the Big Sad. This is a band that is fronted by a young lady named Emma Martin. And I got called to show up at FPTV to help our good friend Dan Robinson film. He does Fayette tunes, and they were filming some community music videos. I showed up to just be a camera operator for the day to kind of learn the ins and outs of what it's like to operate a studio camera. And that is one of the options you can go learn all kinds of stuff there. And Dan said, we got this band scheduled. You'll love her. And I'm like, fine, another woman in music. I'm down. Northwest Arkansas needs more girls out there on stage. She comes in, and she had been playing the night before at Kingfish. And to hear her speak, she was exhausted. This was like 11 o'clock in the morning. She was tired. Right, yeah. And I just was like, okay, here we go. We're going to have a band that played last night. I'm sure they're exhausted. What is this going to sound like? Man, when they fired up full energy, like we had just, and this is 11 o'clock in the morning, full energy. And I just sent the YouTube link. You can go look it up on Fayette Tunes, The Big Sad, and you can go find a 21-minute video of the band. And at that time, there was only the trombone. They've since added a saxophone. And I have a vision of fitting as many musicians in this room as I possibly can. But let's start with 6.
Might do it.
Let's start with 6 and see what we can pull off. I mean, we're really going to go for some optics. And that brings me to my next question with you, Randall. Who's your favorite local community, Northwest Arkansas, Fayetteville, Springdale, regional artist here? Who do you like listening to when you go out to music or stuff with your lady?
Locally, I just love anything Jeff Kearney does. Flip Off Pirates, the 1 Ounce Jig, Jeff Kearney solo, anything that he does.
Anything he does. He's another one of those guys like you that pretty much he's got that Midas touch. Anything he decides he wants to be a part of.
Jeff Kearney?
He was one of the first 100 followers of our page.
Oh.
He is one of the biggest supporters. When I had my band, West Street Blues Band, he had just opened a printing shop, and he was still doing it in his basement of his house. And I was like, of course, man. Hey, so I hit him up. I paid him for T-shirts. He showed up at the gig at Jose's with the box of T-shirts with like a 24-hour turnaround for me ordering and paying. He was the best. I mean, a musician doing your merch, is there really anything? That was the coolest feeling of community. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, Randall, you were next door bartending. and I think this was one of the particular times where one of the guys, and this happens all the time when it's little piece together bands where you're just so happy to get the gig and you're like, I'll figure out who's playing with me later. Right. Yeah. I didn't have a PA. I didn't have a mic stand. I didn't know how to plug the PA in. And I think my brother was with me. And I was like, please go see if Randall can help. I don't know how to plug a PA. I was so new, so early. And he was, I have this vision. I have this picture of you in my head. You were like wiping out glasses. Yeah. The inside of glasses. And you were in your white muscle shirt, and you like, it's very picturesque in my mind still. This guy with this Charlie Chaplin tattoo just wiping out the inside of the glass. And I'm like, please help. And he dropped everything in that moment and came over and helped me put it together at the last minute. Nobody in the audience knew anything. And I handed my brother $20. I was like, please go tip him. I can't go over there now. And he come back over and he was like, I tried. He wouldn't let me. He wouldn't take the $20 bill. And I'm like, and this was back in the day when $20 went a lot further. So not to make me sound cheap. Not to make me sound cheap. It was all I had. And it was before the gig started, so I hadn't gotten paid yet. And I was like, go tip him. And he's like, he won't take it. And I was like,
so anytime I got the opportunity, I remember those days, and when you would be next door just tearing it up. And I just loved when I would get the opportunity to that was my job for the night. I get to listen to you while I worked. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Of course.
I never knew.
No, I
oh no.
Then you weren't listening to me.
I'm going to cry. I would come over there just like, he has no idea who I am.
I did.
He is the Randall Shreve, and I'm just this little chick singing at the taco shack.
No, so my dad before I moved down, my dad lived in Fort Smith, and he had seen you play already.
You're joking.
No. So he had already told me, you're going to just love Amanda Rey when you hear her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I already knew about you. I already knew about you before I heard you.
All right, guys, we're going to have to go ahead and call that. I'm not going to be able to walk out of the studio. My head is swollen from my ego. Man, okay, yeah, go ahead and try to be on the Musician's Corner without crying. We wipe the tears. That's very special and amazing, and I did not know that. And that warms my heart. Oh.
No, I'm so lucky to have come up in the same music community as you, honestly. Like, there have been a bunch of good ones. You're up there. You're up there in the top.
Man, I feel the same. I'm gonna go ahead and okay. I'm crying. All right, guys, you are listening to KPSQ. This is Amanda Rey crying on the radio with Randall Shreve and Ria Brown joining us as my co-host this evening.
As I giggle at her while she cries.
Go ahead and laugh
because
at me.
She's adorable, and I just love seeing this. You guys, honestly, like,
It's a true
the word
connection.
Of the night is vibe.
Living here in this area, we are very fortunate as artists and to be able to connect with each other and with our fans, with the people that love us, with listeners, with community radio like we're talking on right now, with people who reach out and go, hey, we want to hear more from the musicians in our area. Do you mind coming and just spending some time talking with us?
Yeah.
So, thanks to the folks at KPSQ. Thanks to our listeners out there. Happy Mother's Day.
Do you want to shout out to your kids? Are they going to be listening at all? What do they
I don't know. If they're not too busy, yeah. Chloe, Christian, London, Stella, Charlie, Hayes. That's my shout out to them.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
That's amazing.
They're a vibe.
They are a vibe. You're a vibe. We're all a vibe. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being here tonight, Randall.
Thank you for having me.
We will see you next week on KPSQ's The Musician's Corner.
See you later.
Hey, this is Randall Shreve. You're listening to KPSQ-LP Fayetteville, 97.3 FM.